Hello subscribers and friends of our YouTube channel called If This Car Could Talk. Today is episode number 98 and it's a special one. We're sure you'll agree. How special is a rare 1972 Vega Kammback Wagon that's been the recipient of a V8 conversion and many other custom touches to truly make this car one of a kind? We'll let owner Jim Dunlap give you all of the details on his retro hot rod Vega. We remember in the late 70s and well into the 80s how many V8 Vegas prowled the streets of America, and so many nice examples that found their way into the buff books of the day, particularly Hot Rod and Carcraft. We don't know where they all are right now, but to find a V8 Vega done to the level that our feature car is done is something you rarely see. Now, let's go for a ride.
Hi, my name's Jim Dunlap. I'm originally from Portland, Oregon. We have a 72 Kammback Wagon. I found the car just by fluke on an ad. I was familiar with them from my high school days, had worked on many of them but never owned one. And most of them weren't done well, so I stumbled across this one and it just really appealed to me, and I went ahead and my wife went with me to take a look at it, and she said, "Well, you're going to tear this all apart." And I said, "Oh no, this'll be fine. I'll just keep it the way it is." And of course, 3 days later, she came out and the car was in a million pieces in my shop. But it's been a great project, fun car, really a specific build for 70s, early 80s period specific. One of the things I wanted was the street drivability. I wanted to have good street manners, but also, go when you needed to or wanted to. So it's been a fun project. When I bought the car, it had been painted several years prior, had never been cut or buffed. It had a lot of the conversion done many years ago, but in most cases, a lot of it was junkyard parts. So went through and replaced all the suspension, all new. The interior was complete and black, which is a rarity for the Vega. So I just had to replace the front seats and carpet kit. It had a 283 when I got it, ended up with a 355 in it, B&M transmission, has a torque link suspension, 410 posi. So being a light car, it really worked out well. It's a fun car to drive, and a lot of people remember Vegas from their high school days, or their parents had a Vega, but not a lot of them on the street. There tends to be a lot of them still drag racing that are half-backed and pretty cut up. So I wanted to keep this car original sheet metal car. So the only thing really added, other than the V8, was subframe connectors to strengthen the car up a bit, because they were notorious for twisting and popping the glass out. So everything's period correct in the car. The B&M shifter, Grant steering wheel, Krager SS's, 355 in it, running dual quads. It's just been a fun car, fun project. People now in their 30s don't know what they are. They've never seen them. I brought it home. My son looked at it and he said, "What is this?" It's a two-door wagon, and it's amazing at car shows we do or at the gas station how many people come up and really remember the Vegas. We just haven't seen one in years. So the difficulty with the Vegas is there's no reproduction parts, so everything has to come off donor cars. Early on, the 71 through 73 nose clips guys took them and put them on the 74s and later because they didn't like the impact bumpers. So it really limited, the front fenders, the whole front valance and that setup. So there's a resurgence for the Vegas now. So parts have really climbed in the last 3 years. And the availability has been pretty difficult. Luckily, this car was complete, but now I just need to have a cache of parts while they are still available, because this is kind of one of our forever projects, and we'll probably do some others. But this car's has been a lot of fun, and I'm able to stuff the grandkids in it, and they love it. So that was one of the big factors as well. It's 5-on-4.75. S10 upgrade, so the brakes are much more sufficient, which also was a big feature in the early V8 cars that were done on a budget. The brakes were less than adequate, but that constant fear of death made them even seem faster than they were. So, my wife enjoys the ability to stop, so that was a feature that had to go in the car. One of the other unique features of the car, being a period correct build, was it has a 410 posi rear end in it that was an option only for the 76 Cosworth. So they're very rare, and it was the predecessor to both the Corvette and the Camaro, which you wouldn't assume would have came from the Vega platform. So in trying to keep the car very Chevrolet, and it's kind of one of the features that is a rarity that suits the car very well. At one time, I had somebody ask me, what's your car's name? Have you named your car? And I said, well, no, I haven't really named it. It's just a little red wagon. And then, thinking about that, everybody, at least, my age, remembers the radio flyers. So that kind of created a bunch of different radio flyer little wagons that go with us to different car shows and meets. And we have the Dragon wagon, and that has a functional chute. People love that when we pull it out and run it. And we have a 4-wheel drive and a little one we call Snot Rod, and got a couple others that we've built. So it's just been kind of fun. It's the theory behind it was, when you grow up, that's your little radio flyer. So it's been kind of fun, and people kind of get a kick out of it, and so it just kind of took off from there. The connection a lot of people have with it, which when I bought it, I didn't realize, and when I bought it, I stopped to get fuel, and next thing I know, there was a whole group of people standing around it, and so I really didn't realize the connection that people had with the car, and then of course the rarity of seeing them on the road anymore.
See? We told you that you guys would love this Vega. What's not to love? It's got it all and stops people wherever it is. Thanks to owner Jim Dunlap for his time and sharing his awesome hot-rodded GM compact wagon with our YouTube subscribers and friends. What do you guys think of this wagon? Please leave a comment and be sure to like the video and share it with your friends. Also, if you're not a subscriber yet, what are you waiting for? Join us this coming Thursday for a special feature on the history of the Chevrolet Vega. Interesting stuff indeed. See you then, and remember, please be careful out there.